We are live.
All right.
And the time is 9:04. We're going to call the meeting to order. Any items from the public? No items from the public. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda? So
Second.
We have a motion from Mr. Barnhart, and we have a second from Mrs. Mock. So all those, any discussion?
Dan.
Yeah, what?
Dan, I want to ask a question.
That's under discussion?
No, it's more of a legal question. I want to make sure we're okay. Norwood,
Yes, sir.
since and I want to just make sure we're doing this right. Since I'm the president and I'm on the phone and I'm not able to make a motion or anything, are we okay this way? And I'm very comfortable with Dan running the meeting. I just want to make sure that somebody doesn't say, well, Doug was on the phone, he's the president. You know what I mean?
Well, you can
But since
ask,
he's in person, I'd much rather for him to run the meeting, if that's
and
okay.
that's fine, not a problem.
Okay. All right. I just want to check. All right. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point. I don't know.
The president or the chair is always, at his own discretion, able to take the floor and relinquish the chair to somebody else. That's his discretion.
Thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Bentley. So we have a motion, a second, and a discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. So we have approval of the agenda. Order confirming purchase of Sportsman's Paradise lots and authorizing the purchase of additional lots. Mr. Bentley.
I'm going to read the order to you.
Thank you, sir.
Council met, this is assuming you do what the order suggests you're going to do. Council met in special session on Friday, July 17, 2020 at 9:00 a.m. for the purpose of considering the affirmation of all purchases of properties in the Sportsman's Paradise area of Berkeley County, both through the financial assistance of the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Flood Mitigation Buyout Program and through the council's corporate decision to purchase such properties with such funds as the council deems appropriate for making purchases of additional properties in that area, and for the purpose of authorizing future purchases of such properties, all for the ultimate intention of aggregating such properties for use as a park located along the Potomac River in the Sportsman's Paradise area. Following discussion by the members of the need for such affirmation and further authorization for purchases of properties which become available among the lots considered for the future location of a public park for the citizens of Berkeley County, council finds that it should affirm all such purchases heretofore made, whether through federal, state, or local funding. Further, council hereby finds that it should authorize the purchase of such additional properties as become available at prices deemed appropriate and within the budgetary and statutorily permitted ranges. Accordingly, council does hereby ratify and affirm all such purchases heretofore made by council in the area of Sportsman's Paradise designated by council as park related. Further, it is ordered that purchases of such additional properties as are located within the designated park-related area are hereby authorized and approved contingent only upon such budgetary and statutory ranges as shall hereafter be imposed by council in regular open session prior to August 15, 2020. The purchases of Taylor and Wright properties contemplated at this time are authorized and approved. Done this 17th day of July 2020. The costs of the Taylor and Wright properties, the Wright properties are, I think, 6 pieces of property for a total of just under $7,000. The Taylor property is the property you will recall, which has a house on it with bath and so forth, and it's price is $115,000. That's scheduled for closing on this coming Monday.
Thank
Do you have
you,
any
Mr. Bradley.
questions?
So this started way before I became a councilman. Elaine, do you remember when we first started purchasing lots through the FEMA money?
Well, I took office in 2011, and they had a previous buyout prior to that date. And then the second and third buyouts had been, we've been in office.
We
I
have,
agree with that. The first buyout was pre this council of being elected to the body.
That was the first purchase prior to the council, correct?
Correct.
To this seating council, yes.
Right. So
we have purchased,
so this has been 10+ years that we've been purchasing property down at Sportsman's Paradise, and the whole thing kind of started with it was definitely a troubled area, but it was also an area that was susceptible to flooding and those type of things, correct?
Correct.
FEMA,
And yeah, FEMA said 84, 86, there was a major flood. There'd been a major flood 72, 84, 86. In the mid-90s, there was another one, so they FEMA declared it an area that was not safe for permanent residents.
Right. So the purpose of what we're doing is multi-purposed, actually. So what we're doing is actually taking care of an area that causes contamination to the river, but it also puts people's lives in danger as well, the ones that are dwelling down there. So and then to get it, what was it? Was it 16, Lane, that we met with the fisheries and talked to them about boat ramps and those type of things?
It was your first year.
Oh, that was okay.
So that,
Yep.
yes.
So that's been 5 years ago that we had those discussions to be able to do it. So obviously, and now we're kind of we own the majority. Do we know how many lots?
we have 32 acres that we have purchased or have arranged to purchase thus far, a little over 32 acres. I'm not sure of the number of lots that remain.
But they're not
No.
large lots, so that's a lot of lots. We have an enormous amount of lots, actually, and starting to come up with a good plan to actually do something with the property, and that's the goal right now, is to continue to purchase these sporadic ones that are left in the middles of where county-owned property is, so that we can continue to create something down there that's an asset to the community. That sounds correct?
That's correct. And part of the reason for this order is because we're getting more and more requests to look at purchasing some of these lots, and it's becoming difficult to keep track of what we've approved, and we don't frankly want to keep coming every time to get approval on some of them. If we can get an overall approval, and that's why the order suggests that you all will set, there'll be no more purchases after the Wright and Taylor properties until the council sets financial parameter sometime before August 15. I set the August 15 date just arbitrarily. I didn't want it to go out too far, but long enough that you all will have a chance to discuss what more amount of monies you want to put into it before you set the parameters.
As well as to create a plan to use the property for the benefit of the community.
Right.
Okay. I think we've pretty clear on the direction and what we need to do. I'll open it up for a motion.
And I'd like for the motion to include permission to use for those persons who are not in attendance in person today, to use their stamps for purposes of signing this order.
And then I guess, Norwood, also you want this order to also give the authority for the president to sign, since this is a blanket, with being the fair market value. I think that would be fair to say you want to make sure that the president has the authority to sign on behalf of these participants as well. Is
That's
correct?
correct. That's right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we're open for a motion.
I make a motion that we accept the Sportsman's Paradise proposal, giving the president the permission to sign, and for those that are not present, to be able to use their stamps.
That cover your requirements there,
Yes.
and allow the president to sign on behalf of the council. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Yep, that was him. Okay,
Thank you.
I guess that pretty much is the purpose of this meeting, so, we don't have any more, items from the public. Mr. Barnhart? We are recessed. Thank you. Thanks, guys.